Hi everyone, welcome to Hunter Gatherer Cooking. I'm on a little adventure this morning to go see Hullabaloos, a fantastic local drinks company that now seems to be supplying the world. And I'm going to be meeting Randa, the business owner, who's going to show me around and tell me a little bit more about the business.
Hi, I'm Randa from Hullabaloos. Myself and my husband Lee set up Hullabaloos in 2014, and we just started going to events and making fresh lemonade for people just as a fun thing to do on the weekends. So there's now 7 of us, and we're just a bunch of friends making drinks. From 2014, we then realised that actually we could probably make a business from it instead of it just being a fun thing. In about 2016, a local farm shop asked us to bottle it. So we said, how hard can that be? So we decided to try and bottle it. Turns out it's actually a bit harder than you think. And it went from there really, and we now sell all over the UK, and we've just started selling internationally as well, into the Middle East and various other places. We started making just original lemonade, just a straight still lemonade. We make it really traditionally, using loads and loads of fresh lemon juice and nothing artificial at all. From there we decided to make a raspberry one, so we just squished some raspberries, and then we grew from that to elderflower pressé. We make a ginger beer, a citrus one which is orange and pink grapefruit, and also lime and mint, which is kind of like a mojito but without the rum in. All our ingredients are fresh, we don't use anything artificial at all, and there's no bubbles in any of our drinks either. We use fresh lemon juice which comes from Spain. We actually get it squeezed and frozen in Spain because it makes less of a carbon footprint to bring it over frozen than it does actually the fresh lemons like we used to once upon a time. And actually it means that it's a really, really fresh juice that you're using. And then we use a little bit of raw cane sugar, filtered water, and then the fresh ingredients like fresh raspberry or fresh ginger or fresh elderflower. So we sell throughout the country, so hopefully you'd see our bottles in garden centres or independent farm shops. We also sell into loads of delis and cafes and restaurants and pubs, and we do sell all over the country, so hopefully you can find it in a place near you. So now that I've talked about it, would you like to come and have a look around? So what you're looking at now is our finished product, waiting to go out to the distributors, to go out to wherever it needs to go. So each pallet here has got best part of 2,000 bottles on it. As you can see, there's several pallets knocking around. We usually make up to about 10,000 bottles a week, depending on the time of year. So if you'd like to come through this way. So in here is where the magic happens. So here's Bess and Kerry.
Hello.
If you come around this way, I can show you how it starts, yeah? So it's all mixed. This is our mixing machine, Frank the Tank. We have names for everything that we do and everything we have. So this is Frank the Tank. So this holds 1,000 litres of liquid, and everything gets mixed up in there. All the fresh ingredients get mixed up into it. And then it gets pumped through into our 2 pasteurisers, who are called Louis and Louise. It's Bess that names all the things. Yes, Bess is solely responsible for the naming. And then you can see it then bottles straight into the bottles. This is the pasteurisation process. So by the time it comes out through the other end, it comes out at a specific temperature, which then means it's completely pasteurised. And then it goes on to the capping machine, which is called Andy. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel, we're just trying to make something taste good, but really simple. And this is our labelling machine called Catherine Zeta-Jones, because the model is Zeta. That labels all the bottles for us. And then they go over to the other side for cooling and then for boxing and palletising. So we took over this site about a year ago. It was a complete state when we moved in, bearing in mind we're in a site of outstanding natural beauty here and a conservation area. And this was just an absolute mess. You couldn't walk from here to where the fire pit is because it was too dangerous actually to walk there, because there was bits of rusty metal, there was 10,000 broken bottles that somebody had dumped here, tyres, all sorts of things. It was an absolute nightmare. So we spent also the last year, alongside making lemonade, clearing this, completely re-landscaping it. We had the big pond here, you couldn't even see there was water there up until probably about 2 months ago. We had the whole thing dredged so that then wildlife can come back into it. And we actually had the Reptile and Amphibian Society out earlier this year to tell us what kind of wildlife there was in there. They found a couple of newts, but nothing very exciting. So they said, look, get it dredged, in October when it's the right time of year to do dredging, so that you're not affecting the wildlife too much, and then we can hopefully encourage new species in, because it should be a really rich place for wildlife to be. And then down on that far bit there's a big wildflower meadow, which you can't see at this time of year, but that was our first foray into doing wildflower meadowing, and it was pretty successful. We've got a long way to go before we get it absolutely right.
Well, that was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed seeing the process, seeing the people, meeting some of the people behind it. The fact that there's only 7 people in the business is astonishing, considering it looks so much bigger than it is. But it's great to see that so much care and attention actually goes into the products that are going out. It'd be really interesting to sort of see what happens over the next year or so as the business develops, especially the site as well. Really like the sound of that little meadow at the bottom. But this is what I do. I try and find businesses and people like this, and I'm trying to show you what they are all about. So I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button and give the video one of those. Drop a comment in as well. That will certainly help with things. But if you know of a business that you think that I could get to, then let me know. Get them to get in contact with me, either through the website or on Instagram at Hunter Gatherer Cooking. And I hope to find another business like this soon. Any suggestions, let me know. And thanks again for all the support.